Guys, thank you so much for following along in 2023. It has been an absolutely unbelievable year, and I've loved starting this project On the Road with Iona on YouTube. If you've subscribed or watched even a second of any video, then a huge thank you for doing that, because with those views, with the subscribers, we've been able to understand and learn, do people actually want this content? Is there a place for On the Road with Iona out there in this digital world that's so full of lots and lots of content? And we think the answer is yes, and we've been so pleased with the way this channel has started in 2023, and with that we've got plans for next year and beyond. So thank you for watching if you have, and I really hope that you've enjoyed it. Of course, we're here to talk about golf. I love golf. It's a game that's given me so much in my life, and in fact it's changed my whole life. From being, a very young student at university and not really knowing what I wanted to do with my life, golf gave me a feeling of immense purpose in the day-to-day, and I could only have dreamt of the purpose that it's given me as I've gone more and more into my life and further down this road. I'm so grateful for the people and the places that I get to go and meet through this wonderful game, and I think that was ultimately the big driver for creating this channel, was trying to share some of those people that I get to meet with you, and some of the places that I get to go with you as well. And more than that, talking about things that really are perhaps slightly broader than golf itself. Golf acts as a vehicle that opens up so many more doors and many more topics. Things, big questions in life. This is some adventure we're on here, being human beings on planet Earth. And I think there's something wonderful that golf does for us all, which is reminds us that we're not doing this journey alone. I really hope you continue to enjoy watching this content. I read every single comment, good and bad, so thank you for them. I hope you keep doing them and posting them and giving me the feedback, giving our team the feedback that we really, really want. And I'm wishing you a very, very happy new year and all the best for 2024. We will see you there. Let's go. Questions from the year. My highlight of 2023, there's been so many. The Solheim Cup was an unbelievable week. I think the pinnacle had to be doing the prize presentation ceremony at the Ryder Cup in Rome. Standing there just in the moments before I was told Iona's mic live and I had to start talking. I just was looking around, thousands of people in front of me. My producer very kindly reminded me that millions of people were watching, and I just couldn't believe it. The Ryder Cup just a few inches away to my left-hand side, and I could see all the European team down the left and all the Americans down the right. And I just thought, how have I ended up here? This is wild. And I enjoyed every single second of that prize presentation ceremony. A lot of people have asked me, were you really nervous? And I wasn't. I honestly wasn't nervous. I just stood there and I thought, this is epic. So that was the highlight. Yes is the answer. There are plans for some competitive golf in 2024. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I plan on playing some competitions. There has been chat that I might try and qualify for the AIG Women's Open. It's a dream of mine to play in that tournament. I remember watching it at Carnoustie, and it was pivotal in inspiring me to actually take this game up in the first place. Links golf is what I'm most comfortable playing and most familiar with. And of course this year it's in St Andrews in my own backyard, so it's just so tempting to try and give it a go. And I think, what's life if you don't give things a go? Of course it's scary, of course it's terrifying. I'm not as talented and I'm not as well practiced as these girls that are out there making a living on the Ladies European Tour and the LPGA. But I wouldn't try and give it a go if I didn't think I was good enough to be part of a field and at least give it a crack. So, golf's a funny old game, and you're just trying to get the ball in the hole in the least number of shots. And watch this space. I might try and see if I can find myself a little ticket there, but it's a big ask, but I'm up for the challenge. Oh, that's a great question. My favorite video of 2023. I remember watching the Renee Powell video. Hopefully there's a link for it somewhere. And just crying. I was just crying and messaging our wonderful editor Ollie and just saying I'm moved to tears, because I truly thought her story is so inspiring, and hearing her share really very private experiences and memories of her dad and her family, very moving. And also hearing the adversity that she's managed to overcome. And a game that's been so cruel to her, in the way that she still managed to flip that around and feel so much love and openness. I just think it's such an inspiring message. That's a great question. I think I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I have, for sure, but I want to say that honestly I'm most grateful for my health in 2023. Health is your wealth. We say it all the time on this channel, and touch wood, you know, I've got good health, but I've actually had some really difficult struggles with my health in the last couple of years. I caught a tropical disease, which was a real struggle for me in 2021 and 2022. And in 2023, thankfully, touch wood, I seem to have finally overcome it. So I've been grateful for my health, and with that, my energy to apply to the projects and the opportunities that I've had. And yeah, the people that I've met in the way in doing that is really what it's all about. But it all comes from having the health to be able to do it. My favourite event in 2023 was probably the Scottish Open, especially what was happening with Bob McIntyre down the stretch. I was preparing to interview the winner. Of course, that ended up being Rory McIlroy, a great winner. But it was very moving seeing a Scottish player make such an unbelievable home charge, and to be there in a country I'm so proud to call home was really, really cool. It's a really good question. Do I feel I've accomplished my goals in 2023, and what are my goals for 2024? I feel really proud of a lot of what I've achieved in 2023. I think the biggest thing was being able to handle that prize presentation ceremony at the Ryder Cup. That was a scary moment that I handled, and I'm pleased with that. There's always so much to improve when it comes to broadcasting, and I've got a long list of things that I want to keep improving and do better in 2024. I think looking to next year, I want to keep improving as a golf broadcaster and commentator. That matters to me more than anything. And then my biggest goal is growing this channel and seeing what exciting content and inspiring stories we can bring to you, and hopefully help you with your golf a little bit as well on the way. We've had some unbelievable golf in 2023 on the channel. I'd say my golf's been pretty bang average, but I've been starting again really, and it's given me that competitive spirit back again, so I'm grateful for that. But we just filmed a piece here in St Andrews in the last couple of days where there is an unbelievable putt, so watch this space, because I think that's probably the shot of 2023. There was a moment when we were filming at Highgate and we had Julas along with us, the little yellow lab. She was being absolutely immaculate, and it's a course in London that's known for allowing dogs. I think that we got to like the 12th tee and she just saw a squirrel and she just took off. Having bragged about how good she was behaving and how well she was doing on the golf course, she shot off, attached to my golf bag, managed to drag my entire golf bag across the green where there was these guys playing. And I don't know if you've seen that video that's like the guy in Richmond Park shouting, "Fenton!" Well, I had my own Fenton moment where I was shouting, "Do that!" And she just took off after this squirrel, and my golf clubs were scattered everywhere. Of course, that didn't make the cut on the Highgate video, but now you know the truth. Been to some unbelievable places this year. I've been asked what's my favourite course I've played. There's a Jack Nicklaus designed 9-hole golf course in Cron-sur-Sierre, and it was absolutely mint. We played it at 7:30 in the morning, 9 holes. Honestly, as the sun was rising, the air was crisp, it was a beautiful temperature. We got a video about that as well, and it was without doubt my favourite course I've played this year. Yeah, being part of the coverage of the Masters this year was a huge highlight. We obviously launched the EA game, PGA Tour game, which I'm a commentator in, and that was ridiculously cool to be part of that, and also a little part of history there, being the first female commentator in an EA golf game. That was a huge highlight. Then I went on to actually commentate on holes 15 and 16 during the Masters, and with Ned Michaels, my colleague from CBS, and I just pinched myself that whole week. It's a real treat to be a part of that week, and I also did the interviews, some of the interviews on the range when Amanda Renner wasn't around. Amanda's a great girl, and we had a right laugh down there on the range. I was really privileged to introduce Andy Lyle before he went to play his final round at Augusta National. As a Scotswoman, we're very proud of Sandy Lyle, and to get to speak to him in those final moments was a real privilege. And obviously we had the moment where the trees fell down, and we commentated live on that. Thankfully no one was hurt and harmed, but that was quite a shocking moment to be a part of that in Augusta and the Masters history. And then I just stood on the terrace. Once all the players had gone through 16, my job was done and our job was done, and I ran out to watch John Ram coming in the final few holes. And that really is where I think, how did I get this job, and how lucky am I? So a real highlight of the year as well. Well guys, that's just been a short Q&A. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I want to say a huge thank you again to every single one of you that has watched, subscribed, or given some level of support to On the Road with Iona in 2023. We have loved starting this journey, and we've got some big plans for 2024. See you then.